This here's for everyone that remembers how it used to feel back in the day to just jump in that old school with your partners, let the windows down, roll a blunt, pop a couple tall boys, and just ride.
Riding in my old school, talking about the phone, thinking about the old days, blowing on that dough. Sticky suits and house shoes, way before that phone. Ain't riding dirty steel, watching for the phone. Riding in my old school, talking about the phone, thinking about the old days, blowing on that dough. Sticky suits and house shoes, way before that phone. Ain't riding dirty steel, watching for the phone. Riding in my photo, talking about that old, trying to figure out what strip club I wanna go. Six car deep, hard swerving, riding like the crook, dog, ghosty, Lil B, and shot a cat at treasure house across the back and follow wheels, talking loud, dipping on these bombers, we can take a fantasy to so dead, pulling hoes so free, car loads of bitches, which one should I go? Riding in my old school, talking about the phone, thinking about the old days, blowing on that dough. Sticky suits and house shoes, way before that phone. Ain't riding dirty steel, watching for the phone. Riding in my old school, talking about the phone, thinking about the old days, blowing on that dough. Sticky suits and house shoes, way before that phone. Ain't riding dirty steel, watching for the phone. Switch to the two-door, now I'm rolling coupe. Push a button on the dash and watch me lose the roof. Tipping on the deuce. All black, Dicky, Suji, house shoes, making plays, trying to get this. Looking up for popos. We used to call them one. Every Sunday at the park, you know that it was stuck. Got the candy looking wet. White tees, pants, grease, pit bulls going crazy, about to let them off the shot. Riding in my old school, talking about the photo, thinking about the old days, blowing on that dough. Sticky suits and house shoes, way before that phone. Low, ain't riding dirty steel, watching for the phone. And I'm riding in my old school, talking about the phone, thinking about the old days, blowing on that dough. Sticky suits and house shoes, way before that phone. Ain't riding dirty steel, watching for the phone. Old school box, oh that new school bubbles. Ride round 4D, looking for some trouble, man. Out here making plays, trying to make my money double. Watching for the popos, got me doing double takes. Get off of these back roads, now we riding in a sparker bottom to the face. Chasing it with men and maid, breaking down 2 switches and I roll one up the lawn. Used to smoke that mid, now I only smoke the strong way. Riding in my old school, talking about